I would like to tell you how to get quality foam and then quality foam concrete with our equipment. The first task is to set the right foam. We will use a protein foaming agent called Livoton. What do we do first? It is necessary to take 10 liters of water. For 10 liters of water, you need to take 2.5% of the foaming agent. It's only going to be 250 grams. Here I make a 0 and I dose 250 grams. 150, 180, 220, 230, a little bit more, plus or minus a few grams, 240, 250. This amount of foaming agent I dilute in 10 liters of water. It is not necessary to try hard to mix. It dissolves well in water. It's not a paste. This device is called a receiver foam generator. It is a cylinder in which there are taps, receiving spigots to pour the dilute agent, build up pressure, and get foam. Here, I pour the solution of the foaming agent through the intake pipe. At the production site, a pump can be connected here for easy supply. In our case, we will do it with a bucket. I close our foam generator. I'm checking it. I've got all the settings down so far. I haven't adjusted anything. Let's get some air in here. It is desirable to dial in as much air as possible, as much pressure as possible. I recommend at least 5 to 6 atmospheres osspheres. What is the dependence? The more you give atmospheres, the lighter the foam goes, easier foam generation, less solution of the foaming agent, with all the consequences that follow from here. This is where the air comes in now. At the production site, a compressor will be permanently connected here. The black scale is now up to 3 atmospheres. We have 2 regulating valves. One of them is the liquid tap. The other one is the air adjustment tap. When we set the foam to the desired quality, we need to find that ratio of liquid to air supply at which an emulsion is formed. This is fed through a hose to the foam generator. The foam generator is a pipe in which a fine mesh is stuffed. There may be eyelets stuffed in, and so on. All sorts of fine stuffing that allows this emulsion to fluff up and get a lighter foam. There's a liquid, there's an air.
Сань, иди сюда.
Подержи пеногенератор. С той стороны зайди, пеногенератор в руки.
We've got about 6 atmospheres dialed into the foam generator right now. We can try to adjust it. Initially, I have all the valves closed. Once again, this is the liquid adjustment tap. This is the air adjustment tap. If I open this tap now, nothing will happen. Foam setting. I open a little bit of liquid, a little bit. There's liquid coming through the foam generator. Now we're going to see it all. I open the air. When I open the air, there's foam. I need to find a ratio of air to foam where there will be no rupture. Now, there is a foam rupture. I reduce the air supply a little bit now, and it starts to go evenly. See? It's already liquid. I increase the air a little bit, it's breaking up. I decrease the air, the gap gets smaller. I need to find a ratio so that it's on the verge of rupture. I mean, this foam has gaps, so I need to take away a little air. I'm taking the air out a little bit more. Here's a liter mug. 66 grams, but the mug weighs 23 grams, so we have 43 grams of foam. I'm telling you again that you need to adjust the foam to be between 60 and 80 grams. I showed that it was a little bit lighter. In this case, I need to add a little bit of liquid. I'm going to open it up. There's a gap coming up. I'm opening the fluid now. There it goes. It's coming out in an even layer. It may run out now, of course. It's bad now. It's 75. I've added a little more fluid. 75 minus 23 equals 52 grams. But I still recommend 60 to 80 grams. It is possible to work on 52 grams, but you have to adjust the water-cement ratio to be sufficient to mix this dry foam with the foam concrete mortar. So the ideal settings are as follows. I add a little more liquid. The foam goes on smoothly with no rips. It lays down nicely in a nice roll. I'm dialing it in. Here it ends. Here's 79, 80 grams minus 23, you get 57 grams. That's the minimum weight of foam I recommend working at. Preferably 60 to 80. That's basically it. The setting is very easy. Once again, you can't open too much. At the beginning of the adjustment, you open the liquid and adjust the air. Then you adjust this liquid with air. Then when the foam is light, you add a little more liquid to make the foam the desired consistency. That's basically all the settings. When the foaming agent is finished, you then bleed the air again. And here again, then you add the foaming agent. The chain repeats. That's basically it.